channel, guys. We're getting ready to get into another video today. It's your girl Ramsey. I'm going to show you guys how to make fried smothered pork chops. I'm going to have it with some corn, and then we're going to have rice underneath. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Alrighty, guys, I've got my boneless pork chops. I'm going to have this with some corn. I've got my jasmine rice. We're going to fry the pork chops. So I've got my flour, my tongs and my knife, as well as my cutting board. I'm going to be using onion salt, seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. Got some vegetable oil, and I'm going to be using 2 scoops of the McCormick brown gravy. I'm just going to add it in my homemade gravy just to make it taste just a little bit better and have a little bit more flavor. And then I've got my measuring cups. In a pan, I've got some oil on medium heat. And over here, I got my water boiling for my jasmine rice. Stay tuned. Let this rice cook for about 15 minutes. So you want to go ahead and let this rice cook for about 15 minutes. And I'll be back when it's done. Alrighty, guys. I've got my pork chops cleaned, and in a mixing bowl, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of onion powder. You could add more or less, just depends on how you like your food to taste, but I'm just going to go ahead and add 1. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 tablespoon. All right. The next ingredient is going to be some black pepper. And I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon. All right, I'm going to add some of the Morton's seasoned salt. And I'll do 2 tablespoons of that. All righty. And I will do 1 tablespoon of onion salt. Alrighty, I'll go ahead and get this mixed up. And you do not have to do it this way. Some people like to put it in a brown paper bag, or put it in a Walmart or Kroger bag. This was just a little bit easier for the video, so this is why I did it like this. And it's normal for some of the pork chops to not have breading on it. You just have to take your hand and just kind of cover them like that, like so. Okay, just like that. This could take about 2 to 3 minutes just to get them all covered with that flour, because we want to make sure every pork chop has seasoning and flavor. Okay, these look wonderful. I will go ahead and get these in our skillets. All right, you don't want to overcrowd your pan. We could probably fit about 4. And you want to let these go for about 10 minutes on each side. I like my pork chops really crunchy and to have a lot of texture, so I like to fry mine a little longer than normal people do. All right, so I will be back in 10 minutes. Guys, we're going to go ahead and flip over our pork chops. It has been 10 minutes, and they look wonderful. It's actually really been like 8 minutes, so I'm a little early. And as you can see, they're nice and crispy. Nice and crispy. Sorry, it looks crazy. I'm holding it with my left hand. So yeah, we're going to let these pups go for another 10 minutes. I went ahead and added a half a stick of butter to my rice. It's been 20 minutes, and my rice is all done. It's nice and tender. Alrighty. Alrighty, guys. I've got my corn in a skillet. I've got 1 teaspoon of regular salt, a teaspoon of onion salt, a teaspoon of black pepper. I added a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of sugar. So we're going to let this come to a little simmer. Alrighty, I'm getting ready to chop up my onion so that way when my pork chops are done, I can remove them, and then I will go ahead and add my onions to my skillet. Alrighty guys, I took my pork chops out and look how beautiful they look. They are nice and crispy, and I got them on a plate draining with paper towel. Don't those look wonderful? Nice and crispy, delicious. Alrighty, I went ahead and chopped up some onions, and I went ahead and just added them to the pot that I was cooking my pork chops in. And since it's pork chops are already in here, we don't need to season our onions. So I'm gonna let these cook until they're translucent. I want to say for about 10 to 12 minutes. Adding in my first cup of flour. Alrighty, this is my gravy, you guys. This is the consistency that I like my gravy. So there is my gravy, my corn, my rice, my onions, and my pork chops. So I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling the pork chops. Look at what we got here. Look at those delicious smothered pork chops with onions on top and some brown gravy and some delicious corn, baby, with some rice underneath. I am about to smash this. Definitely. Look at this. Let me show you a closer look. Look at this.